Hello everyone and welcome to IamYourDataScientist.com. This is Yogesh. Today we'll be looking at VPC. So Amazon VPC. So what is Amazon VPC? It's a virtual private cloud. It is a custom defined virtual network within the AWS cloud. So for example, you can provision your own logical isolated section of AWS, similar to designing and implementing a separate independent network that would operate in an on-premises data center. So today we'll be looking at is try and build our own Amazon VPC in the cloud. So VPC is the networking layer of Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. So it sits on top of EC2 and it allows you to build your own virtual network within AWS Cloud. You can control various aspects of it. So for example, including IP address ranges, create your own subnet, configuring your own route tables, network gateway, security setting within the Amazon VPC. So each VPC is logically isolated, even if it is shares its IP address space. So let's further ado, let's try and create VPC. So I think VPC sits under networking, network. So I would go and click networking and content. So there you go, so the VPC here. So I'm under Oregon region. You can see I already have two VPCs, one subnet, two route tables, one gateway, 4 security groups, so on and so forth. So we want to create a new one. So it says like, note, your instance will launch in the US based Oregon region. So sometimes people would say, oh, I've just created my VPC, where is it? I can't see my VPC. So make sure you take a note of the region you created in. So I've created in Oregon region. So click launch VPC. Click select. So with this CIDER CIDER, which stands for classes interdomain routing. It's a set of internet protocol standard for each device. So you must have heard of internet protocol classes. So class A, class B, class C, so on and so forth. So what we will do here is, so we will add our own VPC. So you can leave as it is, or you can add your own VPC. I'll say 92.168.0.0 and 16, as you can see, is about 65,531 IP available. And I would say so it's saying not in a range, but let me try VPC name first. My VPC test. Why is it saying? Let's try 10. Probably that IP is not in a range. Availability zone. This is also need to good to remember that the region and the availability zone. So within a region, so you have availability zones. So in US you have a Oregon region. Within Oregon region you have US. You have a US West, 2A, 2B, 2C. So let's try and create into 2A, and I'll make a note of it. So region, I'm just going to make a note of this if I forget. So AZ, or availability zone, availability zone, or people call it AZ or AZ. So availability zone, we've selected US West to A. I'll leave all these settings as it is. I'll say public subnet. Create VPC. It's creating root, subroot, internet gateway, DNS settings. Okay, so seems like your VPC has been successfully created. You can launch instance into subnet or your VPC. Click OK. So there you go. This is our VPC we've just created. So again, I'll just drag this up a bit. As we said earlier, that when you create VPC, you need to create a couple of things. So like subnets, routing table, internet gateway, NAT gateway you need to create, security groups. You can use existing security groups. The first thing is to create subnet. So let's click subnet. So yeah, I think when we created VPC, it already created subnet for us. So we don't have to go and create a subnet. So that is public subnet created. So we want to create another, which is private subnet. So we create and say private subnet, and under which VPC we want to create, under my VPC, that is my VPC test, and so availability zone I've selected 2B. So let me just take a note of this. So this is for public subnet, and it is created private subnet under US West 2B. So there's two things here to remember. I've created public subnet under US West 2A and private under US West 2B. So you can provide the classless interdomain routing, which is CIDR block. So it has to be different than the public subnet. Click create. So click close. So we've got two VPC, sorry, subnet now. So one is called public subnet, one is called private subnet. So now we need to join them together. So why do you create one public and one private subnet? Is because you want to restrict access to your private. So if you have an application where you just want to have your employee or your domain to be accessed, or not wider access, wider people to be seen. So like internet, if you don't want to give that access to your private, so you just stay within your organization or your domain. Any side outsider is not allowed to access that application or that resources. So one thing you would need is the key pair to access the VPC. So I've already created, already had this key pair in my Oregon region. So make sure you create your key pair within your region, the region you're creating your public and private subnet. So my subnet, private and public, are in my VPC are in Oregon region, so you must create key pair within that region. So there's some stuff to remember here. Otherwise, you'll be looking at and you'll be thinking, oh, why am I not being able to connect, and where is my key pair, and so on and so forth. Next is to create internet gateway. So it's under VPC dashboard, internet gateway, create internet gateway, and I'd say my VPC IG, if that allows me underscore, and I would say create, close, so that it's not attached to any VPC yet. So that's why it says detach. And you need to attach to your VPC, which is VPC seems like okay. So I've attached this VPC to let me just detach and reattach it just to make it clear. How did I do it? Attached to VPC, available VPC, which is SageMaker with R, attach, then so once you create internet gateway, create a root table. So I've got quite few root table here. So you can see I've got my test VPC root table, which was created by automated step in step 1. So edit root table and add another internet traffic from all the traffic. So type 0 slash 0 and another, click save. You must set a target, say VPC IG, it's under that VPC, and say save. So we've created root table. Let's now create net gateway. So create net gateway, create net gateway, edit root table, and make sure the access from internet is there. So you can see there is under this root table, we've added access from everywhere, from internet basically. So I've created this EC2 instance. So now let's try and access this VPC. So I'm sure you know how to access this. If you don't, please check my previous tutorial. I'm going to take a copy of it and go to putty, say EC2 user, say add, then the authentication. Remember, I've used my current authentication, and click say yes, I do trust this host, and click now you need to type as it says here sudo yum update. So this will, what it will do is when you execute this command, it will update operating system instance libraries. So let's try and do that here. So you'd say sudo yum update and say y. Okay, so that's updating. Take a while. It won't take more than a couple of minutes. So hooray! So this is update is complete. So now you are in the EC2 instance. So what we have done is we have created our own VPC rather than creating, and we've attached our EC2 instance to our own VPC, the one we've tailor-made VPC. So now let's terminate this VPC. So there's a couple of things you need to remember when you stop an instance. So when you want to terminate an instance or a VPC, the first thing you need to do is you need to delete NAT gateway, then you need to delete EC2 instance or terminate instance, then release elastic IP band, which is very important. If you keep your elastic IP band, it will start charging you. It's saying, oh, it picks a random IP address from internet and assign it to your EC2 instance, and until you release it, it will saying, oh, this is the dedicated IP for this instance, so it costs money, so you don't want to kind of keep that holding. So we'll release that. Then the last one is to delete VPC or terminate VPC. So let's do step by step. So let me just exit out of this and say click OK. The first thing you need to do is stop NAT gateway. So which is under VPC, I think. So VPC is under networking and content delivery. So NAT gateway. Okay, so now we need to delete NAT gateway. So it's deleting. So you can see it has given this NAT gateway now elastic IP, which is very dedicated to this instance, which we had attached to our own VPC. So until this is still status is still deleting. So once that is complete, I'll come back. Okay, now it says deleted, and now second step is to delete the EC2 instance. So go to EC2 instance compute. So we've got one running instance, and we want to we want to terminate this instance. Yes, terminate. So it's saying status is shutting down. One side is terminated, it should say terminated. Okay, so EC2 instance has now terminated. So the third thing you need to do is to release the elastic IP band. So elastic IP band under network and security, elastic IP. Okay, so you can see there was elastic IP was assigned to this one. Now to say release the address, click release. So there's no elastic IP, otherwise it will charge you for every hour you use, I think. Then now last thing to do is to delete the VPC we've created. So VPC, then so we've got 3 VPC here, VPCs. So this is the VPC we've created. I'll just delete VPC. Yes, delete. I'll also clear some of the VPC I have created. So I'll keep this as a default VPC. Keep that as a default VPC and delete the other VPCs. So I'll delete VPC. Do I need to delete the other resources? No, I don't want to delete security groups and all that. So I'll just keep keep this VPC intact because I want to use security groups. It will also delete its security groups related to it. So this is the end of tutorial VPC, how to create VPC and so on and so forth. So hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Until then, until next tutorial, thank you very much for watching this and hope you have learned something from. I've learned quite a lot. So thank you for watching. This is Yogs from IamYourDataScientist.com. Thank you. Bye.